Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the old world. We are in the subcontinent. We're taking ourselves into India with the USC versus Mauryan Empire and with Discord community member Alephrone. This is a pre-made map. This is a pre-made map, not a dual mirrored map script. It is the subcontinent map script. It's meant for 3 players, and we're just going to play it as a head-to-head duel matchup using the top half of India. The bottom half has the Tamil, but since we're doing USC versus Maurya, no reason not to just dive right in. And who do I want to do? I think I kind of want to start clerics. I want to start clerics. Like that. Start clerics and make myself a zealot. And make myself an educated zealot, question mark. And clerics, male, zealot, educated. All right. Let's let our friends on Discord know that we are playing. Just one Indian wonder. Unfortunate. Which one? Oh, boo. All right, let me make sure that I get my YouTube oriented. Forgive me for the technical difficulties on this one. I want to make sure everybody's the correct. Am I streaming? I don't understand what's happening. Sorry for the technical difficulties. It looks like I am streaming. Great. All right, if you're in chat, say something. Say hello, and we'll get going. We'll kick off. All right, so I'm just gonna settle in place. Actually, no, I'm gonna move here. Get myself some good farmland. So the first thing that's really cool about these guys is you get a horse in every city, and you can place that horse on the map, which is super, super cool. So I'm going to go ahead and put this horse right here. Kind of overlap. It kind of gives them a little granary effect. And then I'm going to go get some growth, some early growth. They are a little lonely, but you do have rivers, and I don't. Hello! Welcome, chat. Welcome back, Ignatz. All right, so we do have a zealot here. I'm going to move everybody out one tile, and put my zealot on. And so all right, so the other thing I have to talk about before we dive right in is just how amazing this is. We do not start with any of the opening tier 1 technologies. And this just perpetually fascinates me all the time. It's one of my favorite things about this. We start with 2 tier 2 technologies, which is pretty strong. Military drill and husbandry. It's pretty great. Of course, we don't have any other law access, and we're actually as far away as one could be from any first law, because we have to tech into the starting tech first. This also means we are forced to rely on our step riders. And I think I'm going to open with divination, because we opened with cleric, so I'm just going to go try to get myself a head start on setting up some early monasteries. I actually might even double cleric, to be totally honest. Get my science really ramped up. So we're playing on the subcontinent map. This is a pre-made map. I have not played this map yet. Only took a minor peek just to ensure that it seemed all right to play with another person in a duel setting. It's a 3-player map meant for the USG, the Tamil, and the Marians. But since this is Maria versus USG, we have myself and Alephrone kind of occupying the top half of the map. And I need to get so basically we're going to have a little bit of a historical element here where my job is to kind of come down from the mountains and conquer my way into India. Looks like he's going to get a bit of a head start in terms of... All right, we have our first tribal site. Fantastic. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. So we're going to up here. We're going to go up here. I'm actually going to promote you to Highlander. I'm going to promote you to Steadfast. A div start with clerics is always fun, and what's really nice about the USG is that since they get Hinduism, they will have access to a monastery no matter what. If someone beats you, if maybe you're up against Carthage, you don't need to worry about Zoroastrianism. You're going to get yourself a monastery. Easy peasy. No problem. Also, we have, I don't know why they did this, but they made it easier to found Judaism as well. So we'll probably go ahead and try to found an early Judaism also. In fact, I'll just get this pasture up and running. And let's see. How are we doing here? That's 5. That's 5, yeah. Taking my sweet time. But that's fine. These guys have all the time in the world. They're in no rush. They're in no particular rush. Boop. Boop. Because it only takes them 2 turns to clear a camp. No big deal at all. We're going to go right into a rancher. And then I'm going to build myself a farm. So this is the other thing. By being able to place these resources, right, you can decide to overlap bonuses. So, like, I can decide to boost this one tile by both of these pastures since I'm able to put the the horse wherever I want. It's really cool. The new Judaism requirement, it no longer takes... We have a question from chat. How did they make Judaism easier to found? No longer takes labor force, which is a really big deal for all of the nations that start husbandry. That's probably my biggest complaint. But then outside of that, it's actually easier. It's about 3 turns faster to build a rancher now than normal. So this seems like the good spot for traders. So what do? Do I just ignore champions? Do riders into traders? All right, we get ourselves the crit. Love that. Come up here. Great. And yeah, screw it. Let's do riders, and I'll think about doing champs for traders. Champs in the front lines would be pretty solid, actually, so I don't really dislike that idea. I need to get this guy away, though. The one real big strength for these guys is they clear like lightning. We're on a little bit of a delayed start here because on this map, it's kind of tucked away in this kind of Pakistan region, I suppose. Do I want food boost? Kind of. And I have another scout. So I'll send my scout up this way. Come here and I'll get myself an 11 food farm. Love that. That's great. See what's up here. Again, this is a pre-made map, not a map script. This is new pre-made map being released in the DLC. It's the Indian subcontinent map, but I've never played it. I've only glanced. Yeah, this is a really solid trader spot. Really nice food as well in general. I mean, this could be fun for really any family. Another cleric location. Yeah, all sorts of champions just to get food online and not have to waste a bunch of time building workers. Yeah, all sorts of options. And so this is since it's a 3-player map, this is probably going to be a little bit larger than the average Duel. However, given the historical placement of, the Kushan and the Marians, he's not going to be that too far away from me. Like, if I was fighting Tamil right now, he'd be pretty far away. But I kind of did this because I thought it would be a nice way to get us some action on a new map script. And do you already have? It's Steadfast. You do. And see some more new stuff. I've already showed off. If you've missed my other 2 videos, I've already showed off the Duel of the Ancients map script in the jungle, and I've shown off the Mountain Pass map script while I played the Tamil earlier today. Yeah, so I guess what I'm going to do here is, rather than going all the way down south, because I know the rest of India is down south, is I'm going to go, or maybe I'll go, yeah, I think never mind. I guess I'll send this guy down south, and I'll send this guy west to find Maria and keep eyes on Alephrone. I have played Alephrone before. He's, unlike my previous 2 opponents rather, he's not that aggressive. This is jungle, by the way. We have the new jungle tile for those who have not seen it yet. Really, really cool. Deep terrain. This is 1, 2, whack. 1, 2, whack. So that's 5. Yeah, that works, right? I guess not. Oh, we'll do it next turn. Okay. Schemer is an archetype that would synergize very well with this faction. Get yourself an extra orders. Huh. We were playing on the test build. We could have played on main, but I was having some issue with disconnections. Oh, and here's the fun new resource. We have Jade. It gives you civics and happiness. That's fun. Oh, actually, hold on. I'm going to take a second and build myself my shrine, because I don't want him to beat me to Hinduism. Because if he beats me to Hinduism, I won't be able to build my Brahmin. And I need to be able to build my Brahmin if I'm going to take advantage of clerics. So we'll see if he beats me. It's entirely possible. If he went divination first, he could beat me, and in which case I have to pivot to Judaism, and that's not a big deal. Hello, Boldus. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. It's fun to have you here. Great game earlier today. Still thinking about how much fun that was. This is interesting. The city sites are a decent ways away from where I started. So I'm kind of happy with my rider's choice here. Really going to wonder if I'm going to bring in traders or not. Really thinking about... Oh, he got to Hinduism first. That's fine. That's fine. Such is life in the old world. Such is life. Not a big deal. I can become frugal, fierce, steadfast myself. Yeah, okay, I'll do steadfast. Help myself clear. Alright, so we're going to have to go for Judaism, which is okay. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Yeah, so for if you're going to run clerics on the UAZ, you really want to make sure that you can get Judaism, which also means if you're poor Boldus, in terms of getting Hinduism and leveraging it, Tamil is probably the opponent you want to go up against the least. Like if Tamil's in your game and you're, which doesn't mean don't pick clerics, but don't expect you're going to get Hinduism. I guess I'll do ironworking. Nice, the Thar Desert. Do some harvesting. And I really like the new Zealot with its clear. I think it might actually be a little too strong, to be honest. But I really like the new Zealot with its healing ability to clear, because it's just really good. Build a settler there. And we're just going to harvest up a storm. See, now we're already the gatherer. Let's keep harvesting. Whoa, and salt. And we got culture. Wow, 60 culture! Holy crap, man. That's great. See if I can't get some more. I'll harvest this to get more culture. I'll even harvest this salt as well. This guy's going to hurt me, though. So let's get him in the woods. Wow, that's great. You can't. So the way so the question in chat was, why not just make Hinduism the state religion? You cannot. Hinduism works as a cross between a pagan and world religion. Obviously, Hinduism is not a pagan religion, but in terms of the mechanics of this game, all of the pagan religions are kind of like the polytheistic nations of the game, right? And they have mechanics and restrictions tied to them that world religions do not. So Hinduism kind of serves as a bridge between the two mechanics. And the way that works is going to confuse you, at least until you experience it a couple times. So basically, the easiest way to conceptualize it is, for all intents and purposes, a pagan religion. However, mechanically, you can still build your own disciple. Yeah, you need divine rule, basically, is where I'm going with this. You can build your own disciple, and you can build cathedrals, you can build monasteries, you can build temples. So what it is, so in terms of being equated to a regular world religion, it's much slower to develop, right? It doesn't have the same oomph as a regular religion. You can't just beeline straight to, if you didn't found it yourself, you can't just beeline straight to monasticism and start building monasteries. You would need to adopt divine rule to make it your state religion. But it's intentionally kind of built to be slow that way, because unlike every other world religion, right, we got resourceful, you won't have to juggle opinion with your pagan faith, right? So if I did found Judaism on my own, and Hinduism on my own, I'll never be battling with, my own paganism. I could just lean it full into that as my world religion. The only other thing it doesn't get a world religious wonder, so you don't get the extra 2 VPs. And you can found theologies, too. So you can found theologies. Well, that's saying he wishes he knew that 4 hours ago. Yeah. Yeah. So in some ways, a little bit, Tamil is, and I didn't do that on purpose, by the way, Boldus. I didn't do that just to stick it to you. I did it because I wanted to play. Actually, no. I asked you which faction you wanted to play. I based my pick off of what you wanted to play, and I didn't pick UAZ to counter you. Tamil to counter you. I picked Tamil because I knew I wanted to do a stream with each nation. So with you picking UAZ, that left UAZ last for me, since I already played Mario against Ninja. So I was trying to playing a game where each nation gets played by me, and each nation is my opponent. All right, so we have a bit of distance here. This might be a little bit larger than I was expecting, but that's still okay. That's still okay. I think riders is going to come very much in handy here. Of course, the Marians themselves also have riders. So I'll be curious to see. In fact, check this out. I'm going to swap my Zealot onto this guy now, so I can heal him up with some kills. How about that? That's fun. Yeah, so I'm just going to try and get out and clear as many camps as I can and try to settle myself, behind. I think I will do traders. We have a couple of solid traders locations out here. So yeah, I think we're cutting champs, guys. Which is fine. That's right, Boldus. That's anytime we lose the game, we have to encourage ourselves that we had it at one point. That's how it works. But I agree with you. They were definitely with an opening. It's always tricky to map out because well, anything can happen, really. That's, I guess, how that works. Okay. So now what I want to do is labor force. I want to move my settler because I really don't want to... I kind of don't want to... Yeah. I'll do this. I'll do this. Oh, and we have contacted the Huns. I'm going to tell Alephrone to be wary of the Huns. Be wary of the Huns. I need to take a look at them. They're similar in power to me. Okay, so that's not too bad. I'm not going to risk it, though. I'm not going to go to war with them yet. Honestly, I'm not going to risk it. I want to be able to clear this site and settle this. I'll do it after I've settled some. I'm going to try to get my order economy up and running as quickly as I can. These guys have a really decent order economy, which is nice. 3 turns to a... I really want another settler. I'll worry about Judaism in a second. Do this. All right, we have another heal. All right, Boldus coming in hot with the pro tips. You need 3-step riders and a decent promotion in order to one-shot a worker. Where is this? Oh, we found him. He's here. Okay, so, all right, great. So this is the distance. That's kind of like a dual map. I think that's not too far. He has a little bit east he can go. He has a little bit more east he can go, and then the rest of the map extends south. So we're gonna have tribes to our south, which is cool. I think this has the potential of being an interesting potential pre-made map played as a duel between these two factions in particular, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to try it out. I actually like pre-made maps. I think they're fun. I think they can be fun to try out. But yeah, so we are in northern India at the moment. Making our way east. I guess we'll do traders here. And the first thing, you got to be mindful when you're starting with traders, which thing that you're placing, because you have to place both the fair and the horse. Be mindful of that. We'll do a worker here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go right into the shopkeeper. Do I have anybody I can? Yes, cool. 8-turn shopkeeper with a diplomat governor. Fantastic. And what else is happening? I guess just... Oh no, I'll get the mine on. Yeah, so this is a mine. It's a civic improvement. So 2 civics, 2 happiness. 2 civics, 2 happiness. Isn't that cool? And it gets you a luxury. And I'm pretty sure it's precious. This is I think Jade might be the best resource in the game now. To be honest. Possibly. Festic's asking if we could two-shot a worker with a Saddleborn, maybe. I can convert to Hinduism, and I'll do that. I can accept a courtier, which I will also do that. I will take Horsebane on this guy. And you know what I think we'll do? This is some nice open terrain. I think what we'll do is I'm really just looking to find out where he's going in. All right, there's a free city site there, so I'm guessing. I wonder if he's going south. If he goes south, that's gonna fascinate me. He knows I'm in the east. I told him. I'll be fascinated if he goes south. We do only have a few hours, though, unfortunately, to play, so we might not get the whole game in. But we'll see how we do. Did I go for stone cutting early? No. Watch me forget this for far too long. All right. Take a whack at this. Take a whack at that. Send this guy out into the world. And let's think about some mines. Oh, and then so another interesting thing that's unique about this guy, this is the only nation that has both culture shrines. This is the 2 culture and then 10 gold for adjacent resources, and then this is the culture per mountain thing. So also interesting opportunities there. I actually think I will keep this down here though, because it's my rider's seat, and I want to make sure that I get good culture for my unique unit. I want to show off the Kushans in this game. That's my goal. Whether we win or lose or finish the game, I want to get us to a quick Kushan. So I'll try to 4-law rush it for you guys, because the Kushan cavalry is by far the coolest unit in the game. By my assessment, to be honest. It's just, there's no competition. It's so awesome. So we'll lean into that. Oh, I didn't even check what he started. Let's see what our opponent started as. A judge. Oh, that's actually really good. A Marian judge is a great combo. He already has 1 law active. What is it? Exploration. I actually don't hate that on this map. That's really nice. We'll do tactics. We'll do... I can get navigation? What? What? That's funny. Well, you know what? Go big or go home. I was going to say, at first I was going to not do it because, whatever. Is competitive mode on? Yes, it is. Cool. That's fun. But I'm going to do it anyways because it's fun. Not like it's a tournament match or something. Okay, so we'll do clerics up here because there's a shitload of food. And I will place my horsey. My horsey will get placed here. Should I go deal with the Huns now? They're similar? I don't know. Are you building an Odeon? All right. Getting some culture leveling up there. Okay. And I have, speaking of culture, I'm going to harvest all of this culture along the coast. And I'm going to 1st law... Actually, I'm going to 1st law colonies. And I'm going to buy along this coast. Yep. Perfect. No, yeah, but they can just deal with that. I can report that. That's a very easy fix. But yes, I agree. Some of the calamity events are pretty crazy in terms of their payoff. Establish a state religion. I can do that. Because I will get Judaism soon. And I'll adopt Judaism. Okay. I want to... Gonna come here, gonna come here. Get these guys to migrate towards me so I can kill them and heal up. But they're the free Byreme event outside of that. Navigation's a bit much, but I don't mind the free Byreme event in competitive mode. But also, I have a very high tolerance for the random stuff. It doesn't really bother me that much. We do actually have calamities on rare, right? Yes, calamities are on rare. Am I right? Whoa, nice. I can get slavery for free too. That's funny. But this one I actually have to pay discontent for. And I just discovered the technology. But I mean, shit, yeah, I'll do it. 2 laws, up and running. We did say that we wanted to get to 4 laws as quickly as possible. He already has 2 laws himself, and he's the judge, so yeah, I need to get on top of this. So 1, 2, yep, sovereignty it is. Go straight to sovereignty. So what do I need for sovereignty? None of these, so I guess we'll do stone cutting. Boop. Boop, heal up. It looks like there's a calamity out over here as well. That's fun. Unless that was one calamity that just hit the whole top of the map. And let's head up here in the jungle. I love the jungle terrain. I think it's so cool. And come here. Buy tile. Nice. All right, we discovered the sea. I'm really looking forward to the fact that I'm going to be able to buy all along this coast. That's going to be the main advantage of this boat, to be honest, and the navigation timing. Nice, getting some really solid healing in. And I actually am going to go ahead and swap my generals again. Oh, man. What fun. Okay, so I need 3 turns until I get something, a unit to build another guy. So I guess I'll just council for a couple of turns. What is my council going to get me? Yeah, I'll council for a couple of turns. Why not? This guy's down here. I want to build a garrison because I don't want to forget. I'm just going to get started right away. I don't want to be one of those people who hits their law timing and forgets to have a garrison. Because we all do it. We have all done it. We hit not even 4 laws. We hit 7 laws and realized we forgot to build a single garrison. We saw Ninja do that in one of the tournament matches. It was really, really funny. All right, so yeah, I just think this nation's so cool. I think I really like the. Well, I can swap into a judge. Really? I've cleared quite a bit. Huh. That actually might be worth it. What do we think? Swap into a judge? We have developing cities now. Yeah, I think it's time to return to the land and become a judge. I dig that. Immediately hold court for civics. Let's not forget that. Judges are one of my favorite archetypes in the whole game. I think they're phenomenal. Yes, Fluffy Bunny, welcome. We're playing on the subcontinent. I'm very happy that Alephrone agreed to play on the map. I think, honestly, at least between Mario and it's a three. Like I was telling everybody else, it's a 3-player map. But I think between Mario and what am I trying to say? Well, I guess I don't need to do this because I'm building a rancher elsewhere. So let's build another worker between Mario and Uezi, or maybe even between Tamil and Mario. Actually, maybe between any of them. I think it makes a decent dual map. I think it can make a decent dual map. So I was curious to explore that. So hopefully it turns out to be a fun time. It's a really cool map. I like it a lot. All of the maps, all of the new maps are awesome. And I wanted to show off more new stuff. So, there we are. Ooh, we can get science. Nice. All right. Looking good. Alephrone has 4 cities to my 4 cities, so he's progressing nicely. Gonna try and get this scout back down this way. Nice. The Gauls! The famed Indian Gaulish tribes. Can't forget about them. You just don't know history if you haven't heard about the famed Gaulish tribes of the subcontinent. That's actually really, really funny. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Fluffy. I think any 2 nations will work for a duel here. And of course, I think a 3-player game would be really cool to see. In fact, Aaron and Ninja and Oro and I were talking about playing a 4-player game next week with the DLC, but I'm going to see if I can convince the 3 of them to play on this map, and then I'll just spectate and cast it. And that way we can get a bird's eye view of all the action. I think that could be fun. So maybe we can set that up. Because it is a really cool map. I like it. I was going to do the Bactria duel, but I wasn't really happy with Maria's position on that. I think they need an extra growth resource. I think they need a farmable growth resource if someone's actually going to play as Maria. So I decided not to put Alephrone in that position. Let's go. All right, this will definitely be riders, and this will probably also... no, this will be clerics, and then this will be riders. Swift, absolutely. Who is this? This is me? Oh, I'm still on the general. I didn't put myself... Well, first of all, hold court. Hold court, hold court. And now I could do... Ooh, naturalist. I like the idea of that. I like the idea of that quite a bit. All right, looks like we're making some solid gains here. I'm going to try and get all the way to these fish here. And then maybe I'll try and buy down here, get myself a road to the coast or a road out here. I kind of like that these guys are tucked away like this. It's going to be my job to reenact history here and conquer the subcontinent, or at least the northern half of the continent. Because that's what the UAT did. They came pouring through these mountain passes, overwhelming... who was it? I don't know. It wasn't the Marians. I think it might have been the Guptas. I don't remember. But they got all the way to Pataliputra. So this was owned by the Kushan Empire at one point. Pretty sure. So he got quite a ways. And so all the way... And Bactria, forgive me, is, you know, quite a ways north. Several kilometers north. So they had quite a sprawling empire, which is fascinating to me because I never even heard of them. I'm ashamed to say. But they very quickly raised to the top of the ranks of one of the coolest ancient empires I have heard of. So I'm very, very happy that they're in the game. And their portraits look badass. Let's take a look at these guys. You know? This is the mustache DLC, by the way. So many characters in this game have mustaches, and just the greatest mustaches. All right. I need to look at his power. He's stronger than me, which is not ideal. He started sages. Okay. I can take the order hit here. And things are looking a little light. Looking a little risky. I need to keep my eye out for Marians. I think we're fine. I think they're a ways enough away that I'll be alright. This will be riders. I will go ahead and set myself up with a warrior from this build queue right away. 6-turn warrior to kind of defend my holdings here. I'm going to try and entrench myself in this Indus Valley region. I'll build another barracks here, get myself very... I want to just be able to start pumping out Kushans and just hurl them across the map. It makes sense that he's stronger than me, though, because I have no other military unit. Look at how much clearing, by the way. This is one of the main strengths of the UAZ. I have just 2 military units. This is all my step riders. And I've been just clearing like no issue. So they're going to have one of their advantage, similar to Carthage, really, is that they have explosive clearing and expansion potential, but also similar to Carthage, it's very easy to leave yourself exposed and not well defended because these units drop off very, very quickly. Like if he comes up with he has a warrior. Okay. Oh, shit. All right. Swapping the tight. He wants to swap tight. He's feeling aggressive. We're getting early aggressive. All right. On tight. All right. So I wish I'd known that already beforehand because he's just going to come kill me. So maybe force him to go up here. I don't know. Okay. Battle! Oh, yeah. Let's work on that, too. Thanks. I forgot about that. First of all, I don't need action suggestions. I don't often play in tests, so... There we go. Awesome. Great. What else is happening? So I need metal and I need food. The other really nice things about the Kushans is that their unique unit takes metal and food, which is fantastic. I kind of just want to build another worker, really ramp up this development production of the back line. He's going to come at me with some aggression, and that's totally okay. I'll just let him have it. I will build a warrior out here, though. And I will come here. I will come here. Things are getting pricey, but that's fine. I want to get to these fish so I can improve them. My second in line, warlike and affable. I like that as an idea. My first in line, my daughter. No, Umi Nagal. She can become a schemer. Or a hero. I'm going to go with hero. "17 of you in the chat with me live. Thanks for being here. Really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you guys are enjoying the preview for the Empires of the Indus DLC. I'm very, very grateful to Hooded Horse for giving me a little bit of early access, and to Mohawk Games for letting me get my grubby fingerprints all over their game. I'm going to have to back off of this site. It is his turn. He has the opportunity to come right up and kill me, which is fine if he does. Yeah, and if you're watching after the fact on YouTube, don't... and for everyone live, I am running a giveaway for the DLC. It is a personal giveaway. It is not associated with Mohawk Games, not associated with Hooded Horse. It's just me doing a random raffle to gift the game to a couple of players in the Discord community. So join the Discord community. And wow. 1 culture per city. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take 2 more Step Riders. Alephrone is asking, we aren't doing any worker killing, are we? I'm going to respond with, who's to say? Who's to say? Holy shit, there's 3 warriors. Okay, back in the van. Back in the van. Get away from this. The great thing about the guys, look at this movement. I am a zealot, by the way, mind you, so I did that on purpose as well. But if you ever need to run away, you can absolutely run away with the USA. Okay. All right, so we made it there. We don't need to buy the next tile because I can just put the citizen in there to expand to it. And I'm going to send this guy on a really, really big hike. And I'm going to build a warrior. Ooh, actually, you know what? Maybe I should probably just build a road. Right? He has exploration, by the way. So look at his movement. That's all exploration, man. I think a very, very overlooked use for exploration is how fast you can move on the map. Oh, right. I'm no longer a zealot. So this is just how fast these guys move. Isn't that insane? I love it. It's so great. So great. I think one of these guys, she's swift, though. In fairness, she's swift. This guy is not swift. So this is how fast. Still, I mean, that's nuts, right? That's wildly nuts. Yeah, they get their own fatigue. Let's take a look. The steps. There are only 3 strength. So again, they fall off super hard. Typical mounted stuff, ignore Zoc. They take growth to build. So if you want to build a bunch of them, then you're going to deny yourself citizens, workers, and settlers, or scouts. Yeah, who needs roads when you have step riders? That is a decent point. I am riders out here, so I don't actually need to bring a road out into this location. But I do kind of want to connect this. This is a good point. I can get myself centralization, which I will do. So I'm at 3 laws, he's at 2. I just need to get myself more. I need to, you know what, maybe I shouldn't build a road. I think you're right. With my mounted units, who needs roads? I'm just going to build a bunch of iron mines. I have plenty of food from my little core here. And then, I'm going to have plenty of food here. I'll get gold running up with my traders. And yeah, we're just going to... Yeah, this guy, yeah, has a speed bonus. I forgot I'm still out in the open. I'm not assigning myself as the governor, which is what I wanted to do when I became a judge. We'll see if I remember next turn. It's very, very hard for me to play and chat. I like it, though. I've been enjoying it ever since I started doing this. And again, I'm very super grateful for the people who tune in live. I never imagined I would have any people tagging along and chatting about the game. Yes. So the 3 strength units get their own bonus tech. I think it comes off of military drill. So you start with it in your deck somewhere. So the UAZ can get themselves another batch of 3 step riders. Again, they're pretty weak. They fall off hard. I'm doing this. I'm mainly doing this to cycle. If I were really looking for something in my hand right now, I might have grabbed drama or composite, but I'm trying to get to administration so I can get myself my 4 laws as quickly as possible. I might even try to just do a 7 law timing rush and just come at them straight with The warlords. See if I can do that quick enough. All right, we have Judaism. Fantastic. And we're going to get... I don't... hold on. Yeah, I do care about this. Sell some food. The good news is food seems to be the most expensive resource in the game, so he seems to be buying food, which is lovely. He also seems to be just monitoring the Gauls rather than moving in. If I find that. All right, resign the ruler. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Nice. That shaved a turn off my worker, and that probably would have been even better a second ago. So let's mine it up. Oh, can I not mine it up? All right. No woods over here. Thankfully, I don't need woods. Hold court. And I'm going to leave him here. And I'm just going to keep... Nice, we have the... Oh, gain a warrior. Where did I gain the warrior? Oh, shit, he's really far away. Okay. Try to get him back. Gotta get him back safely. Okay, cool. We have somebody swift to try and get him back safely. Fantastic. He's a little far south. That's all right. All right. Let's see if I can luck out with a harvest event. I'm going to try and just harvest all these fish. Maybe buy down this coast too. Yeah, the free step risers can be a nice boost early on if you can get it. And you played a schemer, right? So it's probably pretty painless for them to grab it. I'm playing a zealot and a judge, so I mean, I'm still grabbing it, but I'm grabbing it more for the cycle than the excitement of more steps. Although I could use more steps. Oh, the Huns are weaker. Who's ready to vassalize some tribes? I know I am. I know I am. I'm going to maybe rally troops. Make sure that happens quickly. This, yes. So maybe what I'll try and do, I'll get my 4 laws, and then I'll try and counter it with combo it with a stirrups run. Why stirrups? Is because I love the idea of spamming out as many step riders as you can, and then mass upgrading them to horse archers for a mid-game spike. And your opponent is going to be thinking spears, right? But as long as you have open terrain, which we have relatively open terrain, you should be fine to just hammer away at them with horse archers. So it can make a pretty brutal combo. Of course, it's very all in. So the Greeks would probably shrug that off, for example. If we're thinking about multiplayer counters. Asking Alephrone how stabby he's feeling. All right, he's not feeling stabby, so we can go back. Cool. I'll bring it back to Simul. Cool. I really thought he was going to dive in on me and kill a step rider. If it were me, I would have, because I'd know. Because that's the other thing. You can kind of do a little deductive reasoning, right? He knows where my capital is, so there's a little tip for you. If you happen to find yourself out in the wilderness like this and come across a couple of step riders and you could kill one, I say there's no reason not to just go do it. And my reasoning for that. Am I at war with these guys now? Great. And my reasoning for thinking that is because if you see two UAZ riders, step riders, far away from the capital, that means he's been clearing with just those two guys. They're very likely a long way from home, and at most, maybe there's 2 or 3 nearby. I guess we'll do more science now. Oh, we'll definitely please the Jews. Yeah. So if that were me, I would have attacked, but that's all right. Okay. Come here, build a mine. Come here, build a farm, sell food, build a farm. Food is still the most expensive resource in the game, which is nice. Come down here, get ready to chop a little bit. I guess I'll build another worker. Ooh, I can do robust. That's fun. I'll have to be aware of that. What wonders do we? We only have one Indian wonder in the game, so we probably won't see any new of those. I was really hoping to get the stupa in one of these preview games. I probably should have just remade the map until the stupa showed up, because that's my favorite wonder in the expansion, and it's now my favorite wonder in the game. I love it. Basically gives you a mini Kushite pyramid. He has 3 laws still, thankfully. He is competent and similar, which is great. I don't know how he's similar to me. I still only have the 2 units. Oh no, I got a warrior down here. Let's not forget about this guy. I'm getting raided over here. So I'll try and come up. I'll clear these 2 camps if I can. And maybe settle into Numidia. Oh, stone boost. Gotta keep it moving. Unfortunately, gotta keep it moving. Hate to ditch a stone boost, but I'm gonna. Chop, 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 chop. And come up and build nets. Alright, more step riders are ready. Another sandstone. This is gonna be sandstorm central up here. Range units. Where's my growth here? I can do 3 turn step riders, huh? Gonna build some mines. Gonna build some mines. Oh, this is a quarry. Oh well, whatever. I don't care. Settler. Okay. So we have a Hun event. I'm not going to really read any of these. I've read a couple, but I'm not going to read them all because I want you guys to explore that stuff on your own. All right. And we'll just start sending our other steps out into the world. Yeah, no, 100%. Stupa over Colosseum. It's so great, man. It's civics and orders, civics and legitimacy, which is still orders. It's basically my 2 favorite things. Imagine playing the Egyptians and you get to cosplay as the Hittites because you get an extra 2 civics in every single city. So you basically get that with Egypt because you can afford the stupa immediately. You just need to get to the civics, obviously. So, yeah, man, I love that wonder. It's really, really good. I think it's going to become one of those very high priority wonders for people in the game, which is fun, you know. I think it's nice to have early competition, more tense competition for the wonders. Build some mines, move some steps, adopt a state. Yes, because that finishes an ambition, and I'm making decent enough civics. That's fine. All right. Having a lovely Kushan Empire being built. We have a warrior coming out. We can go to an officer next. We can do officers in this city once we remember that we want to get citizens. The wonder that I am the most curious about, for those who didn't see the previous stream, I'm going to go over it again, is the Chittagah, or the Chitter Fort. It seems immensely powerful. It says all cities, so this is every city that you own, plus 4 HP per year for units in this territory. So your passive healing in your empire is normally 1, right? This will make it 5. So basically, that's a free heal for every unit in your empire every turn. I did forget the warrior down south. Thanks for the heads up. What has me curious? So that sounds insanely powerful, and it could be. So I'm curious where that's going to end up in terms of like the meta and priority, because the only reason why I'm curious about whether it is or isn't actually as powerful as it sounds is because so much of our battling, especially in the dueling type of meta in my experience, but anywhere really, so much of fighting is based around alpha strikes and just getting outright kills. Like, it's all kill potential. You don't normally want to be leaving people alive anyway. So I think it certainly will make attacking into people harder. But I'm curious by how much. And it's cool because it seems like the defensive, that we have the Heliopolis, right? Obviously, everyone's going to want to get the Heliopolis now, but with having both in the game, if someone beats me to the Heliopolis and they get that order advantage, well, maybe I get the Chittagah, and so it's harder for them to attack me, which is cool too. So it's a bit of a... Oh, I hate this. Sacrificing border boost too? I don't know, that's a pretty good border boost. I guess we'll come back. Boldest thinks it's going to be quite weak. Yep, I can see that. It'll be one or the other. It's either going to be super... Don't get me wrong, it does other stuff too. You get 2 training per farm, so much like that's adjacent to it. So much like the Colosseum, you can really boost up the training in a city, which is neat. And then it does something else. Oh, and then it makes the health of the city super powerful, but that won't really matter because it's not really going to be a frontline thing. So yeah, it's going to be one or the other. It's either or maybe it'll just be perfectly balanced. You know, maybe you won't need a tweak at all. I feel like the Heliopolis was pretty much broken from the start and took a while to find a better spot. How's my politics? Can I take this hit? Yeah, I'll take a bunch of food. Clear 6 tribal sites. I think I can do that. I'm going to leave these Huns to wander around because I'm going to vassalize them in a second. If I can remember. Training boost. Yeah, the training boost is with adjacency for Chittagah. It's 2 training per adjacent farm. So that's up to 2, 4, 6. That's 12, up to 12 training. Which is pretty nice. But so that's where it's similar to the Colosseum. Like the Colosseum builds a bunch of training too, and then obviously it gives you the free sword. But yeah, I have no idea if it's going to be really, really strong or weak or fine. I'll be curious to that. I'm the most curious to hear people's thoughts on that one. All the other wonders I think are fine. I think the stupid's really, really good. I think the Buddhist one is awesome, and the Mahavihara is fun as well. I don't have a good sense myself as to whether the Chittagah is insanely good or meh. The training is really decent, though. Yes, correct. Oh my god, if someone's asking, is this like the healer blessing from Wrath of the Gods? Because that did heal enemies as well, and the tooltip didn't stay friendly. That would be a hilarious oversight if this plus 4 HP per units in this city territory heals every unit. So, Fluffy, if you're still watching, somebody might want to take a peek at that just to double check. That would be a really funny oversight. That would be a super, super funny oversight. Yeah, the training part's the good part. Imagine if you get the Colosseum and the Chittagong, you'll have like 100 training in a city easily. Because the Colosseum is training per pop. He's just chilling. He's weaker now. All right. Oh no. I think the camp might respawn, but that's all right. We'll just clear it. Man, he's going to be in for a world of hurt. That's all right. I don't mind rushing and killing him with a rush. I forgot to post in Discord that we're live. Oversight. Yeah. Yeah, that would be really funny. If anyone has any questions about DLC stuff, stuff that hasn't popped up in a stream, stuff that you don't know about, if you want to know specifically what another wonder does, even though it's not in the game, or any thoughts I have about different factions, or criticisms, or whatever else, feel free to ask. It's really cool that we're all hanging out. Oh, I thought I decided to go on with Border Boost. I stuck with Rhetoric? I don't like that. Let's do Border Boost. I don't have the... No! I don't have the civics for it anyway. I don't have the civics for Rhetoric anyway. Whoa! I'm going to take more opinion hit for more resource payout. Love that. And I'll take the legit hit, too. Alright, we did get a camp respawn. That's okay. Oh, did I get the instant kill event? I did. I got the instant kill event. That's amazing. Thanks for playing. Welcome back. Thanks for playing. That was really funny. Can't kill him yet. Yeah, but look at this. I'm dealing with raiders, right? I only do 4 damage. These guys fall off pretty quickly. Granted, I didn't start champions, so they would have had steadfast. So that's on me. One more turn, I'm going to try and vassalize the Huns. They're much weaker. Which makes me wonder if he's trying to clear them. I'm going to come up and take a peek. All right, all right, all right. Just hero things. The Huns are really cool. One thing I think is annoying about them is that I always mistake them for barbarians. I mean, I think I might be colorblind, but this is almost the exact same color as barbs. The giveaway, of course, would be that barbs... Like, look at this. This is a raid. This is a raid. And that is a Hun. It's like a slightly different shade of red. Of course, the giveaway is that the Huns are mounted and barbarians themselves are never mounted. So there's that, but still. Okay. Scholar on the throne. Warlike scholar for our friend Alephrone. And I'm going to keep making the... Oh, and he founded his Buddhism as well. And, okay, I'll take Spoked Wheel. And, all right, we're going to vassalize. So to vassalize someone, all you need to do is get 800 training, and they need to be weaker than you. So currently, I can vassalize the Scythians. I could vassalize this location. I can vassalize... the Gauls, I could vassalize this and settle right on top of it. I actually might want to prefer to do that, to be honest. Strategically, I think I actually might prefer to do that. Yes, let's do that. That seems clever. That seems like a clever use of the mechanic. I have a settler coming out next turn. How many turns did it take to vassalize? 2? And oh yeah, he can't clear this anytime soon. Yeah, so we're going to use this strategically. We're going to vassalize the Gauls, and the great thing is I'm at war with the Gauls. So what you save here is I don't need to send a a truce. I don't need to get them to pleased. You can literally just vassalize them. I don't need a diplomat, by the way. So what this is going to do, this is going to go make them go from being at war with me all the way to being my ally. So on the one hand, it's really strong. But on the other hand, the like resource wise, it's really, really strong. You know, it's a very efficient use of you know, orders and resources, I guess. You know, because it's training, and it's, you know, it's turn efficient too. It's super turn efficient. But the drawback, of course, is that the tribe needs to be weaker than you. So you need to make sure that you're leveraging it in a way that makes sense. And I actually think it makes sense here. I'm going to be able to score a nice city site without having to skirmish with my opponent, who's kind of like hovering around the site guarding, right? So I really, really like that. That's going to be cool. I think that's worth it. So it essentially adds like a 800 training cost on top of the gold cost of settling on that city. I don't want to be unpopular. I might have to deal with stressed. Who are you? Demeti, warlike commander versus heckler. I know. I want the hero. Although, how old are you? 19. Commander would be fun for flanking. On top of charge. No, I want the hero to synergize with the cost of stuff. Okay. All right, so let's just get this guy. I'm going to force march this guy as far as I can. I want to get out there as quickly as possible. I'll let the Huns do Hun stuff. Heal you. Robust? Does he have 4 laws yet? He doesn't, thank God. Okay, whew. Worried about that. I guess I'll build another settler from here. And then probably one from here afterwards. I'm building a granary for some reason, guys. I misclicked and I'm building a granary. So we want a farm instead. That was dumb. I hate when I do that. Alright, this guy needs some citizens. So I can build some officers. Yes! Oh, that's a great point, Festic. So what I could do, or could have done, because I'm not going to do it now, you can migrate the Huns and start using them to take over camps. And that will actually make the tribe grow stronger. So if I wanted to down here, at some point later on, I can vassalate the Scythians and just migrate them this way and take over all the Numidian camps, like weaken them with my warriors. I hadn't even thought of that, to be honest. That's brilliant. And just cascade all across the land. Tribal doom. Tribal doom. That's fun. All right, so this is our first. We are the ruler of all. The Gauls have fallen before you, agreeing to join the Yuezhi Federation under the threat of your might. They are not the first to fall before the Yuezhi, and nor will they be the last. As your power and influence grows, you consider adopting a new title to reflect your successes. I can call myself the Son of Heaven. Fantastic. The grand title of King of Kings. Or I can just get myself a training. So I'm going to let this sit for a second, chat. Should we be the Son of Heaven or the King of Kings? Let you guys pick. We'll get ourselves back out into the wilderness. You're going to poke me? Probably. Settler coming down there. So, okay, question from chat. Can I explain the Huns a bit more? What makes them special? Yes. So basically, the Huns are like any normal tribe. However, if you've ever faced a tribal invasion where the units, it says on this tooltip right here, if you look down here, it says organized tribal unit. Basically, what that means is they use the AI that a computer would use. They don't use the normal tribal AI. And what that means logistically is that they know where you are and they will attack you with everything they have, or they'll worry about self-preservation. So you see these guys kind of back off a little bit. So in this situation against one camp, it kind of doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter. They're not a threat. But if you open up a game and you go up against the Huns and they have as many sites as the Numidians did, that becomes a serious problem, because if you immediately declare war on them or you end up at war with them, well, they'll start sending all of all right, we got to vote for Son of Heaven. We're gonna go with Son of Heaven. They will send all of their guys towards you, and that's just gross. It's really, really gross. Come down here, get ready to build another food place. Food place. Okay, we can marry the Danes for peace. Oh, I would become unpopular. I don't want to become unpopular. Ambassador can get plus 15 religion opinion. We'll take that. Judaists are happy with us, which is nice. Okay. All right. So we are looking like we have a little bit of issue with the Huns over here. But I'm still not too worried about it. Whoa, we have... The Orphan Eater has arrived. The Orphan Eater has arrived. That's fantastic. I'm going to come over here and get Pastor for more orders. And speaking of which, I need to make sure that I get all the way over here. And I guess I'll build a settler from out here, because it's going to be a while before this one's ready. And this one will also build a settler. How many cities? He has 7 cities. He's out expanding me, so he's doing just fine over in the east. He is doing just fine. I'm going to see how many tribes I can vassalize, to be honest. Because I'm getting pretty strong here. The Scythians are much weaker. The Danes are stronger. Okay. The Gauls are weaker. I think the Gauls... I think this is their last site. All right, we have some Marians down here. Oh, there are Marians here as well. Sorry, Gauls here. Oh, we stopped a raid, unfortunately, but that's okay. Oh, and don't forget, another thing about the ability of the Yuezhi is that I get +1 fatigue on my allied tribal units. So these guys move quicker for these. These guys would move even faster than Carthaginian tribal units. So that's fun. In some weird way, I kind of feel like... Well, no, because then Carthage... I was going to say, you actually feel like they could be a counter to Carthage, but then Carthage can just hire all of the allied tribes. Yes, that is true. They did scale that back, but the Orphan Eater does get triggered pretty frequently. They did end up scaling that back, though. Or at least I think they did, because I certainly brought it up a bunch. Okay. Making our way downtown. Buying some stuff. Want to get more, I have no wood yet. Which makes sense. We're nowhere near any forests. Like, this is going to be our first forest tiles. All right, what else are we developing? Speaking of wood, more food. Alright, whatever. Another mine. Omens. Abandon the guide of the elements. I keep forgetting to hold court, damn it. I mean, I guess I don't really need to now. Lots of great growth here. So he has 7 cities. I have 5. I only have 1 city coming online soon. Should probably be building a worker. What is this going to be? This one is also going to be a rider city. Then this will be clerics, and this will be clerics, and this will be traders, and this will probably be riders. Or maybe clerics. No, I had the training. I just spent it on something. 30 population. I can do that. Peace with the Huns. Absolutely, I'll do that. Autonomous rule. Fine. Yes. Okay. Mario is also at peace with the Huns. Did we get... I wonder if we both got the same event. Okay. So, we'll come down here. Sell some food. And there we go. We're settling our first city with the, he took about his advice to the Huns about the Huns to heart. Good for him. Oh, cool. I got to delete a jungle with that. That's a hack. It's fine. Not a big deal. Oh, wow. They actually managed to clear this. That's kind of crazy to me. All right, so we can migrate these guys up now. Or down, I guess. What else is happening? From here, buy this. Nice. Nice. Officer. Buy that right away. He'd learned. Don't like that. Build a worker. Alright, we're going to try and see if we can unique unit rush this guy. I mean, his capital's right here, so I can come right across this open terrain. Once I get exploration, we're going to come soaring down this river. It's actually going to be amazing, I think. He will be in for a world of hurt. So I think I'll stop. Maybe I'll kill the... Oh, I'm dead. No, someone else is dead. In Mario. Oh, a very young child is not dead, but is on the throne. I don't want to skip. He has 4 laws. I am going to cycle. All right, getting a little focused here. Oop. Nice, thanks. The Gauls just cleared that camp for me. That's awesome. That's really cool. Okay, I can get... Oh, Zenobia as as Chancellor. Absolutely. 2 growth per city. Hell yes. My favorite thing to do. Can I influence you? Not yet, but we'll get there. That's amazing. 2 growth per city. That's wild. All right. We'll just... get ready. Get a Jewish disciple out of here. 4-turn chariots is fun, actually. I don't want to spend the money on it, though, so I guess we'll have to send someone out in the world for a chopping spree. Actually, no, I'm going to build this Jewish... Oh, I have clerics, and I'm not building my monasteries. I keep forgetting. I'm so out of practice with the monastery thing. Is the sound gone? Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. Looks like Alephrone is going to have to go AFK in a moment. Could be. Could be. Could be worth it, Fluffy. I'm thinking I might want to just vassalize another tribe. Then again, no, I think I agree with you. I think I agree with you, actually, because if I can get some Gacetas, that would be lovely. I like that thinking, actually. I'll stay at peace with the Huns, and I won't do them. I'll vassalize everybody else. Can I clear this in one turn? No, of course not. Yes, I can. Never mind. Thank you. Whoop. I love this unit. It's like the early game version. It's like the early game version of the... Where the hell? Oh man, this is for a 4-law rush. This is not happening anytime quickly. I really should have taken rhetoric when I had the chance. Shit. Oh, the Huns are going to try to invade me. All right, never mind. Annoying. Oh, I don't have this. Shit. All right. Well, that's an annoying... Beautiful flood, though. Annoying, but beautiful flood. This is my favorite graphic of calamities in the game. Okay. Yeah, I like the thinking there with the camp. I guess I'll just stay allied to the Gauls. And I might as well build more Step Riders. You can vassalize as many guys as you want. You just can't do it you can only have one ally at a time. So what I would have done after now that I had cleared the camp is I would have just moved my guys towards Maria and the Alliance, and they would have all transformed into raids against my opponent. And then I would have vassalized the Huns and settle there, and then I would vassalize the Scythians and settle there, and just keep doing the same thing. But that takes a lot of effort and a lot of resources, so I'm not going to do that. But it's fun to do that. It's only one alliance at a time, but you can just keep doing it. Which is pretty neat, to be honest. Really missing an opportunity here with the amount of science I could be generating from the disciples I've never built. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Okay, I can settle this, though. What? This is going to be clerics. So now that I've reminded myself that I have a cleric nation, I'm going to just settle a bunch of clerics, and hopefully that'll work out. I need to... That's unfortunate that I forgot about that. Time to take a peek, a little peek at the Mauryan Empire, see what they're up to. Looks like they're going up this valley. Yeah, so this valley, I think, is where the fight will happen. I need to be mindful of amphibious promotions. Those will come in quite clutch here. Yes, national and tribal alliances are independent. You just can't have more than one of each one. So you can have a national and a tribal, but you cannot have two tribals or two nationals. And again, you can cycle them as much as you want. So in the sense that, like, you haven't heard of the Vandals and the Gauls of India? You gotta keep up on your history, man. Gotta keep up on that history. They actually probably could change the tribal names, because every pre-made map is technically a scenario. So they probably could easily change the names for these tribes, but the portraits and stuff will all still be the same, so I guess it won't matter. What other voice? All right. Raid from a Numidian camp. So I'm just going to send this spirit to go destroy the Scythians. Pretty much on his own, I guess. Yeah, that seems about right. Fine. Oh, that's just still the Orphan Eater. Okay. He's ill, though, so he's going to die soon. God damn it, Gaul! Did they do that? Whatever, I'll just pay for it. I mean, that's good. That spawned me another unit. Speaking of Gauls... Oh, crap. Is that me? That is me. I'm technically cheating on that. Oh, yeah. Whoops. Kind of forgot. I kind of forgot we were still on simultaneous. Right. Get more orders. What's happening now? I want this guy, and then I want to purchase that right away. I want to get some dyes. Probably should purchase these right away as well. Do I have a judge? Just go crazy and purchase the 2 dyes. The realism of the game doesn't need to be adjusted. It's a game. I disagree. I mean, how far, like, we're going to build Odeons. Are we going to change the Odeon? We don't have the budget or resources to do all that. We do the best we can. It's like in Civilization. Everybody, that genre, all the units, or like even in this game, it's like there were blonde-bearded maceman units, even though I'm playing as Kush or Axum. I mean, it would be ideal if they could go around and make sure that the Macemen were black for the black African nations, but unfortunately, they are a studio that has only 12 people working for them, and I think only 2 of them are 3D artists, or maybe even 1. um, and 3D art is unfortunately the most expensive part of the whole process, or one of them, and so it's honestly, unfortunately, I hate to say it, and it's fine if that's a preference and it's a turnoff for buying the content. It makes sense. Everybody has their preferences and the things that they care about, but it's unfortunately just not feasible for them to make sure that every art aspect is in line with the ethnicity of the current nation being played. What did I do? So yeah, you're gonna see, even this happens even when you play Kush, right? You'll get an event about like a party in the court, and you look at the party in the court, and everybody at the party except maybe one person is white. So I mean, in a perfect world, we could have them go back and make art for everybody, but I just don't think that's gonna happen, and I don't blame them. I would rather get more mechanical content. The unique units. We get a new art asset for that, and we do have. Look at the cities. We have brand new art for this. So they're doing the best they can. You get unique kind of cultural architecture, and that's really cool. But I mean, if the thing that limits them from building us a brand new nation entirely is event arts, this game's not Crusader King 3. I mean, if modders can do it, that's great. But I mean, yeah, it's just not something I give a shit about, to be perfectly honest. I don't play these games for historical accuracy. I play them because I want the Indians and Romans to beat each other up. I want the Hittites to face off against the Persians, even though neither empire existed at the exact same time. So historical accuracy has boundaries regardless. It makes 0 sense for Rome and the Hittites to go head to head, like virtually 0 sense. So in that sense, I don't really think it's a big deal if I see a white person at a party in the middle of Axum or Kush or wherever. Yeah, and Paradox has way more than 15 developers. And millions and millions and millions of dollars, and but hey, that's why I'm doing this. I want everybody to buy more games. So if you can swallow the pill of historical inaccuracy and maybe support Mohawk and give them your money, who knows? Maybe one of these days down the line they can actually do something like a event art pack or a unit art pack. I'm sure that's probably low on the totem pole of priorities for them, but think of it this way. I know it seems counterintuitive. Shit! Hunters, by the way, on the rise. That's city number 8 for them, and they have 5 laws now. So on the bright side, I will eventually have portcullis, so I guess I'm doing agent networks. Yeah, but so it might seem backwards, but I'm a big fanboy, so I don't mind thinking this way. But the more money we give Mohawk, the more likely they are to give us cool stuff. So that's why I'm here. I'm trying to give them more attention. I'm not trying to, again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the way you feel about that, by the way. Not to keep ranting about it, but it's a very valid requirement to have in your historical strategy game that you want to see everything be as historically accurate as possible. But that's actually quite precisely, speaking of Crusader Kings, that's quite precisely why I do not play Paradox games. I don't find them fun. Because I don't find I want the historicity in the sense of respect for the culture in terms of, having theme make sense you know, and like having naming conventions makes sense. I don't want like pop culture garden variety Indian civs in my game where, you know, just some American or British person does their best approximation of whatever stereotype they can think of. So I definitely want some level of historicity. At the same time, yeah, I've played Paradox games and I don't know, they're not for me. I don't like them. I like the arena style kind of, not even arena style, but I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I got to focus on this game, so I'm going to go back to that. We need more food. We have 2 luxuries. We have pearls. I'm going to send a pair of pearls here to get more developing culture. Is he strong yet? Oh, man, he has assault elephants, or will soon. That's not good. Kind of going to do another inquiry. I don't want to be doing inquiry 2s, but I'm gonna. Now we're uncouth. We'll keep the Jews happy. Ooh. All right. Is she Jewish? She's not. Is he Jewish? He's not. All right. So we need to get a Jewish council somehow. And I need to send... I think I need to kill these guys. No, I'm doing this wrong again. I'm ignoring my monasteries. My one science advantage of just not taking advantage of it. Wait. I'm at war with these guys now? Son of a... I don't know how that happened, but... it did, and I didn't notice it. So? Whoops! Whoops indeed. Crap. Alright, pair this. Send him out. Alright. Alright. Get more orders. We're getting a little scatterbrained here. Getting a little scatterbrained here. But yeah, this Discord does not Discord, but Old World has a thriving modding community. We did have somebody show up and do unique art for the swordsman unit, but unfortunately they had to give up on the project. Excuse me. It's time consuming, but yeah, if someone ever wants to hop onto the Discord and pick something like that up and spread more unique art assets around, that would be amazing. The other thing is, it's like this game isn't as popular as something like Civ or Crusader Kings, so you got to think of it this way: the more popular a game is, the more likely it's going to have a larger modding community and a larger number of people doing volunteers and work and stuff. You think about the tournament we just did, all of that primarily was like 95% volunteer work. Mohawk supported it a little bit with, you know, their casting time and whatnot, but that was just Alcaris and myself and other volunteers doing the best we can to throw something together for the fans to enjoy, so. And that type of stuff only happens with people being around, basically, is my point. So it's a player-based thing as well. Wow, I am just on fire with all this growth. I think I'm just going to keep the growth flowing. How much do these guys cost? 50 growth? Cool, I like that idea. I'm just going to keep buying a bunch of farmers. And then once I'm on my way to stirrups, I'm gonna... I can't clear this camp. Shit. The empire is too large for me to manage. No longer cruel. Fantastic. Indulge revelry. That's nice. Come over here, build a quarry. I need wood. Alepphrone's back to competent, which is nice. That's really, really, really good news for me. I think I need elephants somewhere, but I don't know where. I also need this guy to do anything. He hasn't been doing anything. I need to build barracks and stuff. Build another worker. All right. Focus. 20 of you in the chat live with me now. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to go hunting for that fishing event. Time to go fishing. I also want my culture. I'm gonna 51. Keep in mind that when did I found Judaism? This is funny. Found Judaism turned 32. I probably could have been building a monastery on turn 40, and I could have done this even earlier if I focused on founding Judaism. So I'm gonna build a monastery on turn 50, 52 even, on clerics, which is annoying. Yeah. Yeah, I used to play Civ a lot. I don't anymore. Mostly because I don't like the direction that the game went in the last several iterations, and I'm not going to get into all of that. And Old World has been scratching that itch ever since 2022. So I just kind of, not a competition between the two, of course, but Old World gives me everything I need. I don't feel like playing Civ anymore. But yeah, it would be awesome if we could get some, even like a fraction of that level of popularity, because then yeah, you'll see a lot more maps. And we do have a guy on Discord that makes maps too, like really insanely big ones. I think they're so big that they're kind of unplayable, to be honest. But still, it's cool. The more people you get, the more people you get investing in the game. Which is just the best. It's why I make content now, to be honest. Because I like the game so much. And the one thing I noticed with the tournament, it's kind of a little bit of a if you build it, they will come type of philosophy. Because a lot of early discussions on the tournament, there was a little bit of a belief of, well, no one's really going to tune in. No one's going to really care. You know, no one's going to play network, right? No one's going to play it in real time. But that ended up taking off, and everybody's assumptions turned out to be incredibly wrong. And I think that's the thing that's encouraged me a bunch about kind of really leaning into the whole content creation thing, and kind of really lifted my spirits up around, I guess for lack of a better phrase, trying to promote the game, because it's easy to think, oh, no one's going to pay attention or no one's going to care. But then you do it, and then next thing you know, here we are. People are watching, people are chatting, we're all making fun. We have the cute art that Zealin on Discord made that I'm using on my tooltip. So all that type of stuff happens just from people showing up. So again, another heartfelt thank you for the millionth time to all of you guys that are watching or chatting, or if you've left a comment on any of my videos, or if you just go over to Mohawk and subscribe to their stuff. The fact that we're all here, the fact that you guys are showing up and participating is what makes this community grow. And that's, as grumpy as I can be on Discord sometimes, that's all I really want, is I just want this community to grow and do well. Because it's my favorite game, and that's one thing I liked about Civ. I like playing games on the internet with people. Like, I like those secession style games. I like the learn to play style games where everybody plays from the same type of map and you know, tries to learn the game together. I like all that stuff, but you don't get that unless there are people, right? So it's cool to have it. Ooh, we have the Marian Buddhists at last. Fun. So we have 3 religions, by the way. We'll see if he can keep up the politics in his empire. In fact, let's take a look. He has a happy person. Friendly family. He's hunters. I don't know what else he hunters and champions, maybe? It's competent. We're 1 turn away from Portcullis, so we'll get a sense of where he's at. And finally, we can get rhetoric. Great. I'm just getting whacked by rebels in like various different locations. It's fine, right? This is fine. Everything's fine. Oh, that's a rebel. That's a chariot. A rebel chariot. I hate that. Why? Who are you guys? Don't like me. I need you to become Jewish very quickly. I'm just not paying attention to what's happening. Heal. Barracks out here. Oh, you know what I want to do, actually? I'll do my Orlagno shrine out here. That's what I'll do. Hold court for more civics. Become rich. Make Hipparchus vengeful against me. I don't really care if I do. Okay, what do we got for spy masters? Okay, where are you? You're here. You're giving me 3 science per turn in the capital and a bunch of growth, which is actually quite nice. But I'm actually going to swap you to give me 9 science. Are you Jewish? No. No one is Jewish. Damn it. Okay, look at this. We have a hero on the throne. An assault elephant hero. Oh, no. It's 5 laws. Oh, no. It's fine. I'll have a law hopefully next turn. All right, but what we're going to do is we're going to dive in. I'm going to do this secretly. I'm going to go into these woods because I don't want them to know that I have portcullis. All right, cool. So just by getting portcullis, we get an immediate... 13. We get an immediate boost of 16 science per turn, it looks like. A couple of civics as well. All right, what are we looking at? His science is 21 science per turn compared to my 8. That's bad, but it's not as bad as it could be. All right. All right, I don't hate that. Let's build another scout. Actually, no. Let's council one more time so I can build even more growth in this location. I'm just going to build I'm going to, like, judge rush every possible growth source here. Get myself insane growth. I want to get to 50 so I can 1-turn step riders indefinitely. And, again, just going to flood the battlefield with, horse archers for some reason. I don't know why, but I guess I'm just going to do that. Not sure why that's the thing I feel like doing, but... Nice. That's good. Spread Judaism to you. Need to come up to repair this thing. This guy's getting hurt, which is not ideal. Can you make it back at some point? Maybe. Okay. Steel will be useful. It looks like we have another guy who went very spear heavy. Does make sense, but it keeps amusing me. So keep propping up my iron econ is important. Continuing to prop up my iron econ will be important. Oh, that's annoying. Having a lane of water will be useful. I should build a road. I need to build a road all the way up to here, or at least to here. So this is going to be my Kushan rider thing. I want to build another worker. And I want to build... I want to build a fisher. I want to build another fisher. Oh, I can get the lighthouse. Whoa, that'll be fun. What other wonders can I get? The Jebel? The Mausoleum? Colossus. Colossus could be fun. Buy there, buy there, buy there. Put the Colossus in. Oh, I think I like that idea a bunch. The Colossus in Colazze. He's got commanders. I think I'm going to lose this city. He's stronger. I'm way too far away. I have free onager, though. Free onager could spook him. Free maceman as well. Both could spook. Need to get this guy back up north. Great. I'm now doomed. Fine. Get this guy up north. Whack. Get you towards... I need to spread Judaism to my trader seat. Dude, he is going through some mighty succession business. Oh, you know what I'm going to do, though? Now that I am going to ally the Huns. Great. I'm going to ally the Huns. I'll vassalize them. I will vassalize them. Traders. Heckler. And I'll be able to settle here, which is nice. Ooh, Jewish disciple there. That's nice. Crap. I'm literally going to lose this because I didn't notice it. Okay, that's all right. All right, scout time. I'm going to build a couple of scouts. Wait. I mean, I'll still build one scout. I want to build more networks. I'll revisit that decision next turn. More disciples. Another warrior. This worker hasn't moved. This worker has not moved in like 20 turns. Shouldn't vassals give tribute instead of historically speaking? I mean, don't vassals fight for you too? Don't you call them to arms and say, hey, come fight for me? Isn't that a thing that happens? I feel like that's a thing that happens. All right, it's turn 55, so I think we're getting around the time frame we're going to fight about something. And he has 5 laws, which is gross. I have a hero on the throne next, which is nice. What's my dynasty look like? Commander, Scholar. I'd love another Zealot, to be honest. Training Rush. My unique unit. Oh, perfect. I exactly need those civics. My son and heir. Ooh, Astronomer, new trait. As general of a ship, +1 movement and 2 vision. As governor, plus 10% science. Astronomer. That's the new trait. That's really cool. I'm going to do that just because it's awesome. I'm going to do that just because it's cool. Now, with my hero on the throne, I'm going to get a bunch of training, which will be useful to vassalize. Oh shit, he can come up on this. Ugh. That was my opinion's fantastic though. That's great. Oh, cool. And I can convert. All right. I need to get my law. I need exploration. So I have my 4 laws. So before I forget, build my stronghold. Great. Build my other stronghold. Great. Unique units incoming. Where else? Shit. I forgot about the urbans here, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, kill him. Whoa, misclick. Kill him again. And... oh, did we spread? We spread. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself another a rancher here, because I might lose the city anyway. So cool. Jewish disciple. One more spread. Also, I think I want to reveal the territory of my opponent. And I should be running family gifts. I might be able to vassalize these guys next turn, and that's going to be a really nice sizable force to get off of my back. Vassalize these guys, migrate everyone all the way to about right here, settle this site, cancel the alliance, and let them raid the Marians. Oh, that'll be funny. All right, cool. Teach me your ways, convert to Judaism. I'll take commerce. I'll take not that, because I can't do 2 elder shopkeepers. The Gauls have been eliminated. Wow. I would have loved... I mean, I guess actually Proud's not too bad on me. I am a hero. Clerics. Oh boy. Shopping's free time. Shopping, shopping, shopping. I don't want to keep buying wood. I'm going to put myself on this thing, because I'm going to get enough training to vassalize next turn anyway. And I will just... wow, actually, I might need that Spymaster back. Is that my Spymaster? Ooh, she's warlike. She's really good, though. Build more Axemen. Build more Axemen. Well, they're warriors, but I'm pretending they're going to be Axemen. Building a Buddhist disciple? Ooh, he has... so how many turns? He's at 39 turns before he's legendary. So he's culture rushing in his capital. Well, kind of culture rushing. He has a courthouse now. Ooh, fun. Is that the correct shrine? No, it's not. By the way, this is the city center art of... I showed off the city center art of Tamo and Moria. This is the city center art of the USG. There's a little Buddha down here in the stone, which is very cool. There's like a little hillside terrace style building. And then over here, We have Maria architecture. Think of this. Speaking of civic piling in cities, I did that. I was talking about that earlier today with the Tamil. Between founding Hinduism, that's two civics, founding Buddhism, that's another two civics, and having the civic shrine, right? That's another two civics. So you can put an extra 6 civics in the Marian capital, which is pretty gross. Pretty gross. He has 10 cities now to my 9. He's doing quite well expansion-wise. I'm curious if he's going to just try and go down here and completely cut off. What am I trying to say? Completely cut off my path to the south. You know? Oh, I want to take this guy and build a road now. Road. Do I have another one of you? No, but I will. Nope, that's a scout. And let's vassalize the... Oh, he's similar now. That's annoying. I can't vassalize them right this second. I've been letting them build up too much. Let's do... Kind of tempted to do legalism. But I'm going to wait because I can adopt tyranny next turn. Oh, I can become swift. Fantastic. Judaism can spread to Bairat up here. I don't much care about that. I'll take the civics. I'll demand loyalty. And now that I did get those extra civics, I will in fact take legalism. And I will send you over here to build a monastery. Wait, I want you to come back here. No, what am I doing? God, so annoying. Okay, well, whatever. Build a monastery. He's happy. His stages are quite happy, which is nice. Nice for him. And I'm just going to try and hope that I can outbuild these guys. I'll kill a couple with my hero ruler. Yeah, I'll kill a couple and see if that will bring them down a notch. And then I'll vassalize. And they'll have a nice tribal set of allies. Three more turns before I can still start building my Kushans. Get myself a road all the way up there. Do I want... I mean, coinage might actually be hilarious here. Coinage might actually be hilarious here. Martial code would actually be hilarious too. Just go straight to martial code? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I don't know what he means by that. He has an allow Zoro event while he owns Zoro. I'll take... I'm not sure what I want to do for tech, so never mind. Bow of Plenty. Cool. Cool. Ooh, I don't have slavery yet. I actually want the legitimacy, so never mind. Oh, boy. Alright, are you weaker than me yet? No, he's similar. Come here. What about now? Still similar. Alright. I guess we take drama for the cycle. We also have, ooh, kind of constitution. Maybe constitution for... No, we want tyranny. What's his 5 laws? He does have tyranny. Okay. Alright, drama for the cycle. Road building time. Road. 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 And growth. More pastures. What are you building that I need? I want another scout. Need to remember to get my scouts over to him for more science. Oh, this guy can move now. Great. Let's focus on this guy. Hamlet, amphitheater. Okay, not too bad. Like I said, a little bit of a slower action game, this one. Alephrone is not one of the players. Oh, my son can be a judge or a builder. Both of these kind of suck. Well, no, builders are amazing. What do I want? I don't know. My nephew can be a... I definitely want another schemer. Definitely want more legitimacy. I can't decide if I want a builder or a judge. Judge would be good for law timing. Civics. Builder would be good for everything. Alright, another network. Not a good one, though, unfortunately, but we have some eyes. Look at this beautiful empire in the jungle. Very neat. Very, very neat. I shouldn't be killing the horses, actually, because I'm going to want to use the horses for their fatigue. Still similar. Yeah, that's annoying. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So this road is all set. We'll road over there. And, gotta send this guy over to here to build more foreign monasteries. And this guy can build a farmer. Equestrian, famous, intelligent, uncouth astronomer. We'll do judge. Hold off on this. We have enough. We have so much iron and food, though, so that's really nice. What I need to do is build a road along here as well, because I'm going to have nice coastal movement from my core once I set this up. Oh, This is a tricky grab. I kind of want the onager. Kind of do want the onager. I also want forestry wicked bad too. Oh, man. Tricky, tricky. Oh, that's fun. I don't need to connect the rest of that. That's cool. Send you over to here. Nice. Good visibility. I have no idea. Does he not have a third family? Is it just hunters and sages? Whoop! War deck. He's got a builder. Fine. You know what? Screw it. Let's do stirrups. And let's just end this with a big, fun, archer rush thingamajiggy. Fun. Step riders. 3 step riders. Just gonna see if this works. Kushan cavalries. That's 6 turns. That's not ideal, but we'll make it work. But not ideal. I mean, I just want to keep the... Oh, man, my opinion's amazing. So is his, though. But that's cool. I need steel as well. Let's not forget about steel. Did I forget about steel? I did. I forgot about steel. Oh, shit! Back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna go to tight. Back to tight. We have some stompy boys in the jungle. How far away from a legendary youth? 35? That's gross. Stompy boys in the jungle. No worries. No worries. I don't really mind. I actually think the onus on swapping is primarily on the host, because that's where you're at the biggest risk of getting a double attack. If you are on simultaneous and you swap to tight, I think the onus is on you to make sure that you do that. It's unfortunately you kind of need to give your opponent a 1-turn heads up. Because if you move all your units in place and then you're like, oh, hey, we're swapping to tight next turn, your opponent could be halfway through their turn, right? So let's say I was Mario right here, and the turn rolls were reversed. You know, I move up, and we're on simultaneous, so this worker moves up, and then I'm like, oh, hey, tight, by the way. When I swap, he gets to finish the rest of his turn, but he already moved this worker, right? So that's fine. But then he does the rest of his turn, and now it's my turn, and I'm going to come in and kill this guy. But why I don't care is because I would have moved first anyway, as the host. So I would have come out here with my worker to chop this, and that's when I would have noticed this anyway. So I have no problem swapping to tight. But there's a little order of operations thing that is a little tricky when swapping from simultaneous to tight, and I think it's the most important that... because you don't quite get the same double attack effect if you're the second player. Like if the second player does their whole moves and he, you know, gets into this position, right? And it's like, oh, hey, by the way, tight. when you swap on that turn where it's being announced, the first player is going to go first on the next turn anyway, so they'll always be able to react to the tempo. So I actually think it's just the most important for the host of the game to try and do a little bit of like sportsman etiquette stuff of giving at least a sort of half a turn head up to their opponent if they can. It's a little unfortunate. It does kind of eliminate the super ultra surprise attack potential. Not completely, just a little bit. But it's one of the wonky quirks of... Alright, we're vassalizing this guy. We're vassalizing the Huns now. They're now officially weaker than us. We're also going to come here and chop some woods. Yeah. Great. Gonna get this guy in the city. Gonna get this guy behind the river. Also get this guy back out. We're running out of orders, damn it. And get this guy relatively close. And, do a step rider here. Step riders coming out down there. That's fine. Oh man, they're gonna make. They're gonna. I need to get them in the position though. I need to get all the step riders migrated. I also need to keep them alive. Why did my science rate just go down? Did somebody die? Agent, maybe? No? I don't know. Alright, and I'll figure it out. I mean, he can just come kill this worker, so... Maybe I should delete him. I didn't want to risk it. I just deleted the worker. I don't want to take the opinion hit. I don't care. Some of you may die. Whatever. He's gonna take this city, I think. I can't really stop it. I'll chop all along here, and I'll force him to fight on these open plains, which will be good for me. Probably time to peace the Numidians as well. Tribal truce. And tribal peace. That way any raids will head in his direction. I really like this as a two-player map, actually. I love... Because I always love when there's like a part of the map that's like wilderness. I love the threat and pressure of tribes. So one thing that's a bit of a criticism of the smaller dual maps is that once you fill out and it becomes just player versus player, I feel like you lose an element of kind of playing old world, where policing the world around you is kind of part of the equation, or at least it should be for most of the time. Yeah, so... This is a real... I think that this actually makes quite a cool dual map. A little bit of a larger one, which is not a big deal. Very, very pretty. I am 3 turns away from strong, which is nice, because that'll give me an opportunity to get more Kushan riders. Just in time for me to build my own, and just in time for me to have horse archers. Oh, here we go. Sanchi's going down, guys. I'm just going to delete the warrior out of this as well, because that's just not happening. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, the stomping around town. Brutal. Brutal assault elephants. Look at this. Look at the I love these things. Look at the damage the assault elephants do. That's wild. Alright, he's coming, guys. Stomp, 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 and look at this. This is no time at all. Oh. We just need a few more turns. He's on 6 laws, by the way. That's gross. This might be it. This might be the one I lose. Might be the one I lose. What I want to do is chop all this. Building forts is kind of useless. Is that my whole turn? That was pretty much my whole turn. Shit. Alright, well, no big deal. Wow, look at this. 65 family opinion, 20 religious opinion. Where's my politics at? Everyone's going to go back to friendly. Or most people are going to go back to friendly anyway. Enlightenment, nope. Oh, nope, nope, no. Okay. Alright. What else is happening? I need my own spearmen, by the way. I also need axes. I need a little bit of everything. I kind of want that onager, but I feel like... I don't know, maybe not. He's similar, though. That's good news for me. 220. 240. So hopefully next turn I'll be able to rush both of them with civics. Are we getting strong on this city first? 2 turns? To 3 turns. Yeah, that's cool. The third city I settled is hitting strong. 2 turns, 1 turn quicker than my capital. That's cool. 70 science per turn, not the worst. Aw, shit. Ballistics. Oh, crap. I keep forgetting to truce these guys. It's so funny because I would have had 4 laws ages ago, but I forget what I decided to take instead of rhetoric. But I decided to take something else. I think it was like border boost, which, by the way, I've barely used. This was part of the border boost that I didn't want to give up, but I barely used it. And I would have been pumping out Kushans by now. So that just goes to show that you want to have your priorities correct. Sorry, got distracted by Discord. Went a little silent. What's happening? Really happy with the family opinion. How's his political situation? Pleased or friendly? I can never tell. Friendly. He does have champions. Okay, so he does have champions. This is a champ guy. So friendly on champs as well. Friendly on hunters. So he's friendly with all 3 families. Fantastic. I'm guessing he settled in this direction first, because this seems pretty developed. So I'm going to keep coming here with my network. Just because I'm trying to get good science. This is all sages, by the way. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sage cities. 6 Sage Cities. Doesn't he have a scholar? No, he had a scholar. He has 10 cities in general. Okay. All right, so Alephrone needs to step away from the game, it turns out. So I'm going to have to pause the stream here. Maybe I'll kick it back up by the end of the day. If not, unfortunate, with things are just starting to heat up. He's taking Sachi. I have my unique units coming along the way eventually. 7 turns away from stirrups. I'm just going to spam step riders. I'm going to try and do like a poor man's Egyptian unique unit thing, where I just spam 1-turn step riders for the next 6 turns, 7 turns, and then I'm going to upgrade all of them into horse archers and hopefully do all right in this open terrain. I might... That's 7 turns away, though, so I might need to decide how much I want to hang on to some of this territory. But it's important that I clear the woods as much as I can, because even if we fall back to all the way to Bergaiza, I'm going to need to keep an open field for my Kushan warriors, or riders, rather, and my step riders. Not my step riders, my horse archers. Going to go full Mongol against him and take him out. But he needs to step away. I could be back in a little bit. I don't know. But thank you all for tuning in for now. And I'll put this up as a part 2 if he's able to play again later today. And I'll try to finish the game at a different point. This has been a few hours worth of stream. So again, apologize for it being more build-up-y and more mostly just me kind of playing abysmally. Not really doing a good job of developing my empire. But I do appreciate you all hanging out. And it's been a blast playing a little bit of a preview multiplayer experience for the weekend of the release. The DLC, Empires of Indus DLC hits tomorrow. So please give that a look if you're interested. And hop on the Discord and say hello. I'm also running that giveaway too. So if you hop on the Discord in the next couple of hours from the time of me saying this, you can probably get in on that, because I'll probably close out the giveaway in the next... What time is it? Probably in the next 4 hours. So there's 4 hours left to get in on a chance of getting a copy of the Indus DLC for free. It's a limited amount. I'm not giving it to everybody. But hop on Discord and message me, and we'll get you set up for that. And yeah, special thanks to Mohawk Games for giving me early access, or Hooded Horse. And yeah, what a cliffhanger, guys. Sorry about that. I really should have gone for Rhetoric. If I had Rhetoric 20 turns ago, which I could have, I would have just four law rushed him. But then my draw, man, it just kept giving me everything that I don't want. Which rarely happens to me, but it definitely happened in this game. Hopefully I can make a comeback with Steel as well. He does have a lot of spears, so I can do the classic get Steel to kill all of the spears thing while relying heavily on mounted. So it'll be an interesting thing. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you either later today or, I don't know, later this week. Have fun in the old world, everybody.